Oh, that wasn't good. So kind of a funny side note. The last time I used a chainsaw here at the cabin, a lady left in the comments, and I thought it was kind of cute. She said, "Oh my gosh, your zipper is open," because I was standing sideways like that. These are chainsaw chaps. My zipper isn't open. There is nothing connected in the middle. I thought it was pretty comical, but I'm not gonna say any names because I don't want to embarrass her, but it was awesome. I appreciate comments like that. So we got our chaps on. We're gonna go ahead and take a little moment. I topped off the fuel already in the chainsaw. Obviously, if you have a chainsaw at home, you know the first thing you should do is go ahead and fill up your bar oil and your fuel. And every time I do fuel with this steel chainsaw, I always go through the bar oil. This sauce tends to burn through that bar oil pretty quick. I overfilled it a little bit, so you're gonna see oil dripping down, but that's because I was a little bit of a pig there. And then one helpful little hint that I'll share with you too, and it doesn't just pertain to steel but to all chainsaws, is after you first fire it up, don't be afraid to, after it goes through the warm-up process. I know some people are going to disagree with me, but that's fine. Everybody has the right to their own opinion. I usually go up to a log and I tickle the trigger, and what I do is I'm looking to see if the bar oil is being lubricated throughout the bar, and I just check the side of the log and make sure that oil is gently being misted against it. And it'll take a little bit for you to see, but it's well worth the effort, because if those tunnels or jets that transfer your oil get plugged up with sawdust, you are definitely going to go through your chains really quick. And so I know that's a pretty basic tip, but for those of you that don't cut on a regular basis, I think that's a pretty good tip to share. So all right, I'm gonna get processing some of this wood, and I've already got a pile that's split up here to my right, and I'm gonna go ahead and take care of some of the logs that are behind me. Hey folks, I had to take a break. I had a telephone call and I was talking with a buddy of mine. He asked, what are you doing this weekend? And I said, well, I'm up at the cabin. I've got a little tiny off-grid cabin that I'd like to eventually live in full time, but right now I'm just a weekend warrior. And he says, oh, I watch a YouTube channel that has some off-the-gridders, and he started laughing. And I'm not sure which channel he was talking about. I don't recall seeing any like this. And if you know what it is, don't bring it up in the comment section, because I don't want to be a basher. But he talked about how it was a young couple that lived somewhere in one of the northern states, and he remembered specifically seeing an episode where they were trouncing around out in the snow, and the young man was young and bold and had on nice clothes and well groomed. And here I'm thinking, man, if my buddy seen me right now, I'm a wet, greasy, slimy pig. And he talked about the young lady had on a nice white fluffy jacket, and how it looked like they were really living the good lifestyle. But then he kind of questioned me on our integrity. He says, how many of you off-the-grid people really are living off the grid? And he commented how he noticed they didn't have any wood in their wood pile, and there were no footprints outside the cabin except for a set of footprints from when they came to shoot the video. And I kind of laughed, and I said maybe they have wood hidden somewhere else. You know, it's hard to say. I know for me, wood to us people that are off the grid is a means of survival. If you live in the south, it's your way of cooking, and if you live in the north, it's your way of heating your cabin and not freezing, and it's very essential. And so I thought that was pretty neat to hear his perspective on what he thought off-the-grid living was about. And I'm going to challenge you guys, if you stuck with the video this far, if in the comment section you could leave a comment on what your views of living off the grid are, or having an off-grid cabin are. I think it'd be kind of interesting to hear your point of views. Yeah, it's not always glamour and glory up here. It's a lot of work that goes with the cabin. So we're getting close to fall. I want to get a lot of this wood split up and get everything prepared for the winter months, because it gets colder than heck up here, and I want to be prepared. So thank you guys so much for your patience and for joining me this week on Carl's Off the Grid. I appreciate your support. We'll catch you next time. And try to get out and outdoors. Enjoy this beautiful earth that God has left us with.